So, I think it is time for us to get caught up with ReviewtechUSA. I haven't spoken about this man in a bit. He has continuously talked about me nonstop. Like, every single stream is about me. Not just about me, but every stream he's mentioning me, every stream he's watching me, every stream he's reacting to me. It's literally all he can really get views and attention on now. ReviewtechUSA has become a detractor. Like, actually, this is like his thing now. His shtick is kind of pathetic, to be honest. It was one thing when, like, I was one of his topics, but now I just seem to be the main event every day, and it's pretty sad and pathetic. So I was watching, or getting caught up with Kino Casino last night, and they were watching Rich, and no exaggeration, here's one of Rich's recent streams. Do you see something there that kind of stands out like a sore thumb? If you look directly below me here, he literally turned on his computer monitor, and that's what he put on the screen. The first thing that Rich thinks about is my accident on May 1st, 2016. What is up, everyone? Hello, hello, and welcome. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello. Something that happened 8.5 years ago. 8.5 years ago. He actually thinks it's, like, pertinent to today, right? And that it affects me, that he puts that. I mean, I literally have the emote in my kick chat right now. So he actually thinks that, like, this is hurting me. Like, oh, right? Like, oh, you really got me there, Rich. I'm not going to pretend like the incident never happened. That would be really stupid. It did. But that was almost 5 years ago now. All right? There's so much that's happened. There's so much going on in the world in the last several years. Why people still fucking focus on that, I have absolutely no idea. And I would prefer if people would just stop talking about it. Because not to say that I want to forget that it happened, but that's not the end-all be-all of who I am. It's not, and it's stupid that people are so fucking dumb. That's the only thing that they'll think of me. Yeah, I remember the other 12 fucking years of stuff that I've done outside of that one moment, but you're just such a mouth-drooling idiot that you think that that one moment encompasses my entire being. It doesn't. You're just a fucking idiot. So someone says, I thought you were owning the meme. What's happened? I've completely moved on from anything in that time of my life. That was 7 years ago. It was a time when I was very depressed. I mean, I tried to tell you guys and be honest and open up about it in the last year. That was a time in my life I was very depressed. My whole personal life was falling apart at the seams. I was essentially living like a life separate from the person I was living with at the time. We weren't even in any kind of a real relationship. It was very stressful. It was very awful. I was messed up. I was drinking heavily. I was essentially at a time in my life I don't want to think about, which is why, you know, that happened to begin with. It's very fucked up and depressing. But there's people who think that shit's funny. Oh, Phil was depressed and was fucked up in the head and was feeling awful about his life and himself, and did something really fucking stupid and embarrassing because of it. Let's just bring it up forever. It's like, no. That's what you do if you're like a 5-year-old on a schoolyard at fucking elementary school. You bully someone, you pick on them for something, you know. It's horrible. It's like a fucking mentally distressing time of my fucking life that I don't want to think about again. My wife hates when people bring it up because I'm past that. I'm a better person. I'm in a better place in my life now. I have made just as much content in my time on YouTube after that stupid thing happened than before. I've grown, I've changed, I've made way more positive content and become a better person. They love my misery. So how are you going to say to me that this is something representative of who I am today and something I need to even bring up or care? I don't care. It's very simple. It's bullying. And I owned up to, and literally it didn't even hurt me in the moment when it happened. The best part is that's not even the screenshot from the event. One sick puppy, the first tip of the day, people used to tip frequently. before I started doing the dual streaming between YouTube and Kick, it was a lot of tips coming in as support. And now that's kind of slowed down because now the support is kind of split all over the place. I miss doing these animations. I set them up all nice for the month. I want to get more. So guys, today tips so we can see some nice animations. If you're choosing, gee, how should I support Phil? Send me a tip today. Let's get some more of these animations going, okay? I'm literally not here to react to his reactions to me and respond because nothing he says or does is intelligent. He doesn't have any intelligence. Snow Carl asked the following. In regards to the YouTube algorithm, I think you can definitely get back into the algorithm and increase your popularity, but you'd have to switch up your outdated way of producing content. Try cutting out some of the filler segments of the podcast and making highlight videos of your very prolonged raw content. So what you're saying is maybe highlight certain things I say on the podcast every day as a short, maybe highlight gameplay moments every day as a short. I agree with you. The problem is I'm a one-man show. I don't have time to sit around and do this every day. Already, I'm in here over 8 hours a day, 9 to 10 hours in a lot of cases, uploading, babysitting, doing this kind of work. And then when I'm out of this office, as I explained to you guys, when I'm out of this office, I am done with work. I unplug myself from this job and gaming in general so that I can relax and have a fun time with my family. If I didn't do that, if I didn't unplug myself and I was just constantly, gotta constantly keep reading Twitter, gotta keep checking the videos, gotta keep doing comments, gotta keep looking for highlights, gotta keep doing that, there would be no separation of work and life. Great ideas, but it's not in scale with what I'm allowed to do. Snowcrawl just says suggestions ignored. So would you like me to time you out now? Because you're being a dick? I literally just explained to you that I like your suggestion, but there's no way that I can do it. And then you tell me I ignored your suggestion. So you know what? You can just get fucking timed out because you're a dick. No, really, you're a fucking dickhead. And I'm tired of you acting like this. No one ignored your fucking suggestion. I just talked about it for 10 fucking minutes. So now you know what you can do? Since I apparently just wasted 10 minutes of my time, now I'm going to waste 10 minutes of your time and you can sit outside the chat with your timeout. Seriously, what kind of behavior is that? I literally take 10 minutes to answer his question in detail, right? To be nice to him, and then he fucking insults me in the chat. Fuck off, man. This is actually what Review Tech Show sounds like. Are you ready?
Bring it back. Here it is. This is the comedic stylings of Dick.
I like big dicks. I'm the size. I like big dicks. I like big dicks. I like big.
This is what he does on his show. This is Rich's content. He has a soundboard, and he just sits there mashing fart sounds and I like big dicks, cucumbers. To him, that's content. That's entertainment. I like big dicks. I like big dicks. Why does this one work? Hold on. I'm announcing officially right now, I am moving to Japan. What the fuck? Let's get some support going, everyone. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some tips coming in. Some super chats. Thank you. And like the stream on YouTube. Like, imagine if I just had a soundboard and I start my podcast and I just keep pressing buttons. Oh, I like big dicks. Oh, yeah. Suck cock.
I am stoned tonight, Philip.
So what's that a reference to? Because I told him that if he was going to be on my show as a guest on my podcast, that he had to be sober. And I think you can understand why I wanted that. Now that you can see this is how he is in his own content. When he's high, he's playing fart noises. He's playing suck dick, cucumber up my ass. His eyes are barely open, as you can see. Look at his eyes. His eyes are completely like this because he can't keep them open because he's so goddamn high. By the way, you saw what he was drinking? That is a weed seltzer. That is a seltzer that contains, I guess, like weed or THC or something in it. Sometimes he's constantly popping these THC gummies. On stream, he's doing it live.
I need the money way worse than Rich does.
I'm too stoned to think of anything witty.
Oh shit, are you stoned right now?
Oh, I'm high as hell.
What are you on?
This is I'm just medical marijuana. I have
that
like the
shit
breast
amazing,
spray.
dude?
And the spray you got to be careful with because it could like you'll be like completely sober and then 10 seconds later it drop kicks you in the balls, and that's where I'm at right now. I may need to fucking call Jane. Listen,
go check your Twitter feed right now. It's on there right now. It's on there right now. It's there right now. Go look at your Twitter feed. It's on there right now. I ain't lying to nobody. It's on there right now.
You did.
I never did.
I got a question.
I never did. I never did. I never did. But you said I did.
This is the best
That's
part.
you
When
being
you
wrong
catch him
about
in a
me.
lie,
That's
when you
you
catch him
being
in a
wrong.
lie,
I
there
never
it is.
did, though. I've never said it.
50-year-old
I've
man
never
that
said
literally
it.
cannot.
I've never said it.
50-year-old man, dude. Jesus Christ.
I've never said it.
It's not like he's hiding it. He's just actively doing it. Why would I want him on my podcast acting like that? It would be a complete waste of time, right? But you heard what he said. So just think about this. I have nothing to do with this man's content at all. I'm not on the show. I'm not involved. He's got my face constantly, and he's literally talking to me. You're not coming on the show. You're done. That's done. You're never coming on the show. In fact, you're banned from my show. You're the first person to officially be felted and banned off the show. You'll never come on. Why are you speaking to me? You could do whatever you want with your own life and become a miserable wretch that everyone laughs at and throws the fucking rotten vegetables at. And if you catch some of those vegetables and you happen to eat them for sustenance or whatever, which it seems like that's what you're doing to stay afloat, I mean, go for it. That's the equivalent of the detractors coming and throwing you money on your shit streams where you get like 200 to 300 viewers. Right now, I have 350 viewers on YouTube, over 70 viewers and climbing on Kick, and we're just getting started with the rich segment, so you know the attendance is going to go up. I have more viewers right now than he had on his stream.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn!
There's no content here. Phil, I'm high. I'm not there, Rich. I'm not. That's not really me behind you, Rich. I only hear you because I just decided to check out Kino Casino last night and they did a segment on you. But you understand that, like, he's living in this weird, like, fever dream high world where he thinks that he's talking to me and I care. Now, do you see how in his head I am? I'm behind him his entire show. In his thoughts and his mouth, he's talking to me during his show. This is very, very bizarre behavior. We need to have like an analyst figure out what exactly is going on here. The same thing with Doody, where he obsesses over me so much. It's like something's wrong here. This is a mania. This is no longer like, oh, he thinks it's funny to make fun of me. This is like a mania at this point that needs to be diagnosed. I tried the Krabby Patty Burger on Friday and it wasn't. Wait a minute. Rich tried the Krabby Patty Burger? Why did Rich try the Krabby Patty Burger? Because I said I was going to try the Krabby Patty Burger and I didn't. So because Darkside Phil was going to get the Krabby Patty Burger, Rich had to go get the Krabby Patty Burger. Like, you know, you didn't have to. And Rich, by the way, you probably shouldn't have. Just saying. Situation you're in there, you probably shouldn't have eaten the Krabby Patty Burger. Like, I can eat the Krabby Patty Burger. It ain't going to really affect me. You know, I'm only around 10 pounds overweight. You shouldn't be eating that shit, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, no one cares that I didn't eat the Krabby Patty Burger except my detractors because they have nothing to say about me anymore. Every stream, I'm hitting my goals. Every stream, I'm getting views. I'm winning. I'm making good content. Everyone is watching and enjoying the content. Right? Do I have a million views? Of course not, but I never have, and I don't need that. I can be massively successful without having a ginormous audience because people appreciate the time and effort I put into my work, right? And this is killing the detractor community. Like, they actually think that this is like a giant plan. To this day, they're still saying that Kino Casino is setting me up. They can't cope with the fact, they can't handle the fact that actually things are going well for me, that things are nice, that things are getting better. I mean, 360 viewers on YouTube. I have over 70 plus viewers on Kick. I've got people enjoying the content, watching it everywhere. I've got people supporting me from multiple different directions and multiple different ways. I got people who want to be on my podcast as an interview. I just can't get them scheduled because they're so fucking slippery like eels, right? And these people can't handle it. The Krabby Patty Burger couldn't be delivered to my home. So instead I ordered the Addams Family Meal, which was better for both for content and as a reward because there were more food items that I taste tested. To them, that is the ultimate betrayal. How dare Phil promise one thing and deliver another, despite the fact that what I delivered was better than what I originally promised. It's the equivalent of, hey, I'm promising you I'm going to give you $10 at the end of the week, and instead I handed you a 20, but you'd be upset because I promised you 10. The Krabby Patty hits on the 8th. If we get the streak going and we keep it going for, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks, we'll definitely hit it. In fact, how about this? I'll even reduce it. If we hit 20 goals, I'll do it. Not 25, 20, because I want to be sure that we do it in time for the meal to still be there. So that would be like just over a week. They are so fucking upset that people are contributing and that I'm hitting a support streak to eat the Krabby Patty meal. They're making videos about it. They've got memes about it. Look, I'm Mr. Krabs, and they're superimposing my face on Mr. Krabs, writing $2,000 to eat the Krabby Patty. These guys are so fucking gullible. They're so slow. They're so mentally stunted. They don't understand that's the joke. They actually think that, like, this is a serious matter that I'm going to eat a Krabby Patty Burger this weekend. The idea is that I hit the goal and they get pissed off that people are paying me to eat the Krabby Patty. That's the joke. It's not me seriously trying to raise money to eat the Krabby Patty. It's that you seethe about it, you stupid idiots. If you didn't react like that, then probably it wouldn't work. But it works because you're stupid. Every video you make, every meme that you circulate on the internet, it helps me. Any meme that a detractor comes up with, he's on board for it. DSP couldn't do this, but I can. Like, no one gives a fuck. You say, you stream so infrequently, you barely make $300 a stream. Phil streamed all week, making thousands and thousands of dollars. Nobody cares about this except you. You're crying like an overweight child. He's so upset about the Krabby Patty. No one cares. Apparently, and again, I wasn't aware of that at the time, that he was trying to send me a key-logged computer, but everyone tells me it's true, so I have to believe them, right? I didn't receive the computer, but apparently his editor did, and it was key-logged. And this is the thing with Rich. This is why Rich thinks he's better than me. Because Rich's argument is that, well, Phil lied to his audience about WWE champions. Phil for years was playing the game and spending money on the game while he was crying to his audience, I need support to pay my bills. I was going through bankruptcy. I was going through all these hard times, these bad times. Now, I've already admitted to you guys, yes, I played WWE champions. I've spent money on that game too. But what I've also told you is that the spending that my detractors tell you is real is fake. They're wrong. They never had any tracking of my spending or anything at all. They don't know what they're talking about. They've always lied and over-exaggerated. Did I spend money on the game? Yes. Did I own that old account? Yes, I did. I used to own it. Literally no one cares anymore. At one point, maybe when the revelation happened, maybe at first people were like, oh God, no one cares. And the thing is, that's my worst offense ever. When I was streaming for free and asking for support from my viewers, and they gave it to me so that I could pay my bills and get through a tough financial time, that I happened to also spend some money on a mobile game. Now, everyone knows this now, and everyone's okay with it. But the detractors aren't, because the detractors, this was what they had on me, right? For years and years. When it's finally revealed that Phil was really doing all of this, everyone's going to hate him. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. I have 384 viewers on my stream. I have 73 viewers on Kick. Are you guys leaving in droves now because we just said that? People are coming and still hanging out and watching and supporting. 19 straight streams that you've supported me and I've hit all my goals, correct? People don't dislike me because I admitted to making mistakes in the past and apologized for them. And the mistakes aren't a big deal. Most people admit, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Big deal that Phil did this, right? So what he'll say is, well, you see, sure, I did awful things, but they're not as bad as Phil's. Wrong. You now understand that the one thing that anyone ever has on me, which is that one thing, that's it, is not a big deal at all. Nobody gives a fuck. So what he does now is he starts to compare himself to all these other people that have done worse things than him. But the point, Rich, is that people don't dislike you because they only know that you've done bad things, right? Like, they know that other people have done bad things too. They dislike you because the bad things you've done are heinous things that no one agrees with, and they hate you for it. People understand that I've done some bad things, and they're like, it's not that big deal. Move on. Now that Phil has admitted to it, fine. The elephant in the room has been revealed. We can move on from it, and no one cares. But he can never move past his shit because people don't forgive him for what he's done, because his shit he's done is so much worse. But now he'll say, well, what about people who did worse things than me? No, Rich, that's not how it works. Because people have done worse things than you, it doesn't negate what you've done, right? Just because Hitler existed doesn't mean that the guy who only killed 5 people is okay. It's, you did heinous shit. You got to live up to it, fess up to it, and improve for the better. And you haven't done that. Instead, you sit there coping high all day, begging your audience for contributions while trying to make fun of others who are your fucking betters. I am your better. Wings of Redemption and Boogie and Keemstar, they're all your betters.
Look here. Look, listen. Appearing offline does not fucking stop it. So stop giving fucking advice you know nothing about.
Go fuck yourself. I will divulge no more medical information to any of you motherfuckers. That's what I say over and over and over again. I hate being alive. I hate being alive. Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples.
They're all better than you. Every single fucking one of the people you make fun of is better than you. You're just the lowest of the fucking low, and you can't figure it out. Everyone has told you. You want to know why? Because he sits there with my detractors, grabbing his balls and stroking his dick. That's his stream, is detractor heaven. He sits there while the detractors are fluffing him. He doesn't understand that's his entire stream. Dude, you have 1 million subs on YouTube, and you're getting 300 views on a stream, and you're making less money than Darkside Phil. You're a failure and a loser. You're an embarrassment not only to the content creation community, you're an embarrassment to humanity as a whole. Everyone's laughing at you because they're all better than you. I have confessed the stuff that I've done wrong, and no one cares anymore. Everyone's cool with it, except my detractor community, because again, they need something to keep making content on, so they keep beating the dead horse that the literal rest of the world doesn't care about. No one has forgiven him at all, because the shit he's done is so fucked up. The shit he did, the heinous stuff over the years, way, way worse than the shit that he criticizes me for. Yet somehow he thinks that because I played WWE Champions and spent money on a mobile game during a time when also I was taking contributions to pay my bills for my viewing audience, that this is the most heinous action ever compiled by any human. He's angry that people like Dr. Disrespect, is rich, and he's not. So he's upset about that, and he wants the money that he has. His name is Rich, but he's not affluent. We're getting confused. His name is Rich, but he's not rich. Affluent. He's not financially well off. He wishes he was financially well off, like people who are better than him, like Dr. Disrespect and stuff. He's very upset that people bigger than him have been exposed for heinous things, and they're still rich and he's still poor. So life has become so easy for human beings. The biggest thing for some people to be talking about and caring about this week was that instead of me going to Wendy's and buying the Krabby Patty meal and doing a taste test of it, I instead ordered the Addams Family meal from Burger King and did a taste of that instead. But for Review Tech and my detractors, the big thing they have to do is talk about how Darkside Phil didn't eat a Krabby Patty meal. God forbid that ever happened, that we all get to that level as humans. We all like our comforts and being insulated. But if that ever happened, I'm pretty sure at least I could make like a college try effort to go out and try to survive. Like I'd try to learn how to fish or hunt or gather. You really think Review Tech would be doing that? No, he'd roll down the hill into a gutter and just fucking, disintegrate. There's no THC to consume, so that would be the end of his existence. At least I would make an honest try to survive this fucking guy. But man, Phil is so bad. Thank you to Cave Teeth, $10 super chat over on YouTube. He says, yeah, I had that drop box and I tried to frame others for it, but DSP didn't eat the Krabby Patty meal, said Dickers. Exactly.